Hello, my loved ones, and welcome back to the Soulmate Journey Empath. This reading is going to be a special transmissions from the angelic realm reading. And so for this reading, I have pulled out 5 different angels for you to connect with. And following this introduction, you will get the opportunity to look at the angels that you have to choose from, and there's a pile of cards associated with each angel. I'm using several decks today to deliver special messages from the angels that are working with us in our lives, and to clarify the ways in which they're working with us and through us to help us be in touch with the divine and to in touch with our own personal sense of divinity to create heaven here on earth. So without any further delay, I'm going to go ahead and transition to that screen so that you can take time to pick whichever pile resonates with you. I encourage you, if you're interested in all of them even, to check out each pile, because there will undoubtedly be messages for each and every one of you with 5 different piles to choose from. So again, pick whichever one resonates with you, whichever one is speaking to you, is calling to you, or if there's more than one, as many as you would like. So here are those options, and take a deep breath or a couple deep breaths and take a moment to decide which angel or which angels have messages coming through for you. All right. If you selected pile number 1, you selected the Archangel Uriel. And this is the angelic glyph for Uriel. All right. And this was the picture of Uriel if you selected pile 1. So before I go into those messages, I wanted to use a gift that I got from a very dear friend of mine for my birthday. And it's what you call a gremlin bell that hangs off of a motorcycle. And the story goes that this bell will scare bad spirits or negative experiences away to bless and protect you on your motorcycle. And so my friend with the motorcycle took me and invited me to select my own gremlin bell. And of course, I picked one with an angel. So before we start the reading, I just want to go ahead and use this bell to clear the energy here. All right. So pile number 1, you selected Archangel Uriel. Archangel Uriel is the angel associated with the fire element, and Archangel Uriel is also associated with the 2nd or sacral chakra. This is the area that manages our material manifestation, our empathic abilities, our ability to emotionally express ourselves and to express our desires in a healthy and balanced way. Archangel Uriel is a great angel if you are finding yourself on the precipice of change, because Archangel Uriel comes in with that energy, that divine intervention to kind of shake things up and allow you to recognize what is no longer working for you, what's no longer in alignment with you, and help you burn away and remove those obstacles and the old versions of yourself and rise like a phoenix from the ashes and give birth to something fertile, expressive, creative, and new, a manifestation of divine creation in your own life. Pile number 1, Archangel Uriel. So the first message that I have for you is Oromasis. And this is purification by fire. This oracle card is number 43, so it carries the vibration of the number 7, which is all about trial, tribulation, struggle, persistence, patience, planning, and also knowing when to exercise healthy and appropriate boundaries. So really, again, Archangel Uriel being associated with the element of fire. This is like a divine cleansing, a divine fire, a divine purging that Archangel Uriel brings into your life to help you transform and purify, simplify your life. So a lot of change coming in the lives of those of you that selected pile number 1, or messages coming from the Archangel Uriel. Wow. The next message that we have coming through carries the vibration of the number 44. Now I can't help but notice here we had Uriel coming in at number 4. 4 is a master number about our foundations, about our stability. And so when Uriel comes into our lives and is working with us, there is something about our very foundation that needs to change. And here, divine guidance here, the immortal present, eternity. Eternity. So what's really interesting is there is also this recognition of cycles of death, rebirth, and regeneration that come through when we're working with the Archangel Uriel, or when Uriel is working heavily in our lives. But there's a reminder that time, that a temporal frame of reference is subjective, that time itself is almost an illusion. Because what is a human lifetime compared to the spectrum of eternity? And also, Uriel reminds us by coming in with this purification, with this cleansing fire, to get in touch with what parts of us are truly eternal and which parts are affected by this upheaval, by this transformation that Uriel is coming in to bring. So it's definitely helping us get in touch with our divine nature, with our soul truth, with our authentic self-expression when Uriel is working in our lives. And so if you selected this pile, you're very much getting in touch with your divine and eternal self, and allowing this cleansing fire to come in and transform and change the aspects of your life that did not have you rested on a firm and solid foundation. Wow. And the next message we have coming through, if you selected the Archangel Uriel, is number 15. This carries the vibration of the number 6, which is about harmony, which is about reciprocity and flow. And it's I am the angel of manifestation. So this is absolutely beautiful, because really the message that I'm getting for you, if you picked pile number 1 with the Archangel Uriel, is that whatever blockages that you had to manifesting your authentic self-expression, to manifesting materially, to manifesting creatively, these cleansing fires have come in and removed those blockages for you and helped you get back in touch with your divine eternal self. Especially here, I'm seeing this pink light code come in, this pink light frequency come in and heal and change the sacral chakra here with all of this representation of orange. And again, the sacral chakra is the place, the energy center in our body that we use to manifest. It's our fertility, it's our abundance. And so there is a reminder here that as your life is going through these changes, as cycles may be coming to a close, that it's very important to co-create with our angels and to offer up to God or offer up to the angels what it is that we're really trying to manifest into our lives. Now, this is not a specific, like, I want this job, I want this house, I want this partner, I want this car. Okay, this is all about manifesting something that creates these feelings of contentment that we're looking for. You know, I want a partner that I feel secure with. I want a partner that I have open lines of communication with. I would like a position that allows me to challenge myself creatively. You know, I would like to be in a relationship where I feel like I can authentically express my emotional self and myself sexually. Okay. So, whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, this is the invitation that the angels are here working with you, specifically Archangel Uriel, to really come in and remove whatever blockages are in the way of you being able to manifest this reality. And this is also a reminder that you definitely do have that support, have that guidance, have that assistance coming in from the angelic realm. You know, there's the old adage, it's something, my mother is one of my spirit guides, and she just said, you know how I always used to say, from my lips to God's ears. And that's the message that I'm getting to go with this: from your lips to God's ears, from your lips to the angelic realm, as you manifest with divine support, remove these obstacles and transform your life into a more divine expression of who you truly are. Now, these next messages come from the Archangel Metatron Oracle. Those first messages there from the Blue Angel Oracle. So, wow, here's another 44 here. So, we have eternity coming in with the vibration of 4, as well as Uriel. So 4, 44, and another 44. And we have beacon of light, shine on. So a couple of messages here. The first one, again, this is about your stability, about your foundations. And if you follow the classical symbolism of the tarot, the Tower card represents this energy of Archangel Uriel coming in to, you know, dissolve what is no longer working, what's no longer serving us in our highest purpose, in order to create space for what is meant for us, so that we can co-create, so that we can manifest those things into our lives that are in alignment with us, for our growth, for our expansion, and for our integrated practice in living in the frequency of unconditional love. So, you know, there is hope, and you do have hope. This is your faith shining through, knowing that even though there's a lot of chaos, a lot of change, a lot of upheaval that's happening around you, that, you know, the light of your truth, of your authentic self, is going to shine on through this darkness. And that part of this experience that you're going through is to help you really hone in on your light, to be the steward of your light, and to shine your light brightly out there, into the lives of those close to you, and into this higher frequency reality that we're bringing here to planet Earth. So this is very, very beautiful energy. It's also letting some of you know that there are signs that are coming through. And what I'm getting clairaudiently right now is that sometimes your angels are changing lights or making lights flicker. And this is with electricity. And if this has been happening around you, this is a sign, hey, your angels are trying to get your attention. You also may be seeing 444. 444. And in terms of angelic numbers and your personal soul journey, that is a sign that you are rebuilding a foundation, a more solid foundation that is going to sustain you. Wow, the next message we have is number 1, yellow, joy and happiness. So, whatever Uriel has come in to cleanse and transmute in your life, pile 1, it is to make room for abundant joy and happiness. And, you know, I think some of you are very much in touch with that and you see the bigger picture. Some of the rest of you, this is just to remind you, don't give up hope. Don't give up hope. Stay the course for the light. Because just on the other side of this upheaval, of this shift, of this change, there's a transformation into a much more stable, much more grounded sense of reality where you can truly be present and invite joy and happiness and abundance and be able to allow energies to move around you and through you without a sense of despair if there's a transition or change, to allow yourself to be present and accept it with grace and recognize that blessings of joy and happiness are on the horizon for you. And I love it. As above, so below, carrying the vibration of the number 5 here, with this coming in at card number 41. So through this difficult time, through this lower period, here is your invitation to manifest. As above, so below is a phrase of manifestation. And so here you're being invited twice here with the help of the Archangel Uriel. For a lot of you, you have had a very difficult time getting a creative project off the ground. You put a lot of sustained effort into it, but there's just something about the concept or your execution of it foundationally that Uriel has come in to work with you and help you transform it so that it's built on solid ground and it can manifest into something very prosperous. So whether it's been, a blockage to material manifestation, a blockage to being able to see something through, a blockage to being able to express yourself authentically, Uriel has come in to help remove these obstacles so that you can work together and create a reality that is a better reflection of where your soul is at right now. So next we'll have some Power of Love Oracle messages for from Archangel Uriel. Oh, perfect. Detachment. You are releasing old patterns and ideas that no longer serve your highest ideals of love. And again, we have these fiery colors coming in and a lot of association here with the sacral chakra. So again, Archangel Uriel has this energy of transformation, of destruction and rebirth. And this is really happening for you. This is divine intervention happening for you so that all of these obstacles energetically and in your thought process, in your perspective, are being changed, are being transformed to give you a better, more solid foundation for this next chapter in your life. So that's what this detachment is all about. Oh my gosh. And then freedom. Again, fire, sacral chakra emphasized here. You are releasing any self-imposed restrictions or perceived limitations through the loving energy of openness. So again, there's a lot of transition, a lot of change happening for those of you that picked pile number 1, Archangel Uriel. But this is all divinely guided, and it's a period of completion so that you can start a new chapter, so that this energy can shift out and you can bring in fresh energy and experience fresh things from this firm, more stable foundation to support you. Now, the next message is going to be a love message that came through with the support of Archangel Uriel. and using the romance angel as your message is very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So I'm going to go backwards here just a little bit because we had another message about manifestation here. We had the I am angel of manifestation. We had the as above, so below. And now we have clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So again, realizing that you have a very, very strong power of manifestation if Archangel Uriel is working with you, pile one. And, you know, whatever it is that you want, you have this energetic momentum as these things that no longer serve you, that have been consuming your energy to no end, as soon as they are wiped out of the equation and you're on this more solid ground, this more solid footing, then your power of intention, your power to manifest is just absolutely uncanny and incredible. And having 3 messages about intention and manifestation in this Archangel Uriel pile, a lot of this karmic cleaning, a lot of these blockages and these things that are no longer serving you are passing energies. So now is the time for you to be clear on what you would like things to look like moving forward, and really set those intentions out there, because Uriel is there offering support, trying to help you manifest and empower the sacral chakra so that you are living a divine expression of your authentic truth. And the very last message that we have coming through from Archangel Uriel is a divine door. Deeper. You're not finished and you are not yet done. Dig deeper and deeper. The best is to come. Hold on. Hold on. So yeah, I'm hearing right now, clairaudiently, like don't think small. As you are co-creating, as you are manifesting what you want to come in, and really working with Archangel Uriel, it's like, you know, don't be shy. Don't hold yourself back, especially when Uriel has just come in to help you remove those obstacles and blockages. Don't sell yourself short in what you're trying to manifest into your life, because you are a divine being living a human experience, and the angels are here and working with you, specifically Archangel Uriel, to let you know that very soon deeper things that are meant for you, that are in better alignment for you, are coming in. Now is the time to be clear on what you want and what course you'd like your life to take so that you can successfully manifest those blessings with the support of Archangel Uriel into your life. So I hope that those messages resonated with you, pile one, and Archangel Uriel. If they did, please don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. I am looking forward to hitting 1,000 subscribers. When I do, I will be doing a drawing and a giveaway. So please subscribe and stay tuned for the channel, and more updates about that giveaway that is coming up to you. So as always, my darlings, I am sending you so much healing, love, and light. Bye-bye. Sorry about that. I had to make sure my phone was on silent. So if you selected, again, pile number 2, the Archangel Gabriel, you are looking for deeper insights. Archangel Gabriel is the messenger of information that comes from the divine, from the higher realms, that we are able to perceive through our third eye chakra. So a lot of third eye awakening. If you selected pile number 2, you may be experiencing sinus headaches above the eyebrows, pressure in these areas. And what this is, you may also be seeing a lot of signs and synchronicities. And I'm also getting synesthesia for pile number 2. So I have synesthesia, and as you can see, my eyes are closed right now. When I close my eyes, even when I'm not projecting something mentally, I see kaleidoscope patterns, I see mandalas, I see sacred geometry in colors, numbers, sounds, letters have colors and sounds. I'm getting a lot of that with pile number 2, but again, like a lot of spiritual awakening, a lot of third eye opening, whether you're spiritual or religious. You're very much connected to the divine at this period in time if you selected pile number 2 or the Archangel Gabriel. So let's go ahead and see what messages came through with the Archangel Gabriel, and to see how Archangel Gabriel is coming through for you and working with you and through you in your life. Wow. So the first message is just absolutely beautiful. We have enlightenment or liberation. This oracle card is number 12. It carries the vibration of the number 3. Also, Gabriel is the third angel in the archangelic realm. So here we have 3 and 3, divine guidance, divine collaboration, divine co-creation, divine cooperation here in pile number 2 with the assistance of the Archangel Gabriel. So yeah, again, third eye enlightenment. A lot of this indigo energy coming in. Some of you may be connecting with the angelic realm right now and getting a lot of intuitive hits by asking for angels to work with you. And if you have, and you're getting a lot of interactions that you would characterize as like supernatural or psychic, chances are that Archangel Gabriel has answered your call to present you with this third eye enlightenment, to ascend you to a higher level of consciousness. Wow. Then we have number 20 carrying the vibration of the number 2, release, grace, and gratitude. So yeah, part of this whole awakening and enlightenment process is recognizing that there are things that you perceived so much differently before this enlightenment, before this awakening process. And now that you are awake, aware, and enlightened, you are able to have gratitude for everything, even the things that are no longer in alignment with you or no longer serving with you. And there's this grace about your radical acceptance and your ability to just release things because you're coming from a higher, more enlightened place of pure, unconditional love. Okay, this is a pile that is definitely God, spirit, universe, conscious. Definitely. And really trying to come from that place, from that pink light frequency place of the purest and highest unconditional love. Wow, the next message is Oracle card number 27, 2 and 7 adding to 9. This is a number of spiritual growth, of reflection. It's been a solitary part of your journey, but it's taught you so much about yourself. But here we have positive news coming in. And again, like this is, I'm getting that these are intuitive messages. That these are things coming in through your gifts, abilities, perceptions, etc. And for those of you that are kind of a little bit creeped out by this, because maybe you've been experiencing some things, seeing some things, hearing some things, feeling some things in a way that is completely alien to you, that you haven't experienced things before. And this is a reassurance that this is a gift that God has given you, that this comes from the highest place to benefit yourself and to benefit the healing and compassion of others. So this is not anything dark. And some of you may kind of be a little bit intimidated because you're, becoming overwhelmed with all of the things that are coming into you. But Archangel Gabriel wants you to know that this is a blessing, not a curse, and that these things have been activated and awakened in you because you have a purpose as an earth angel of some sort to help humanity. But in order to do that, there are some experiences that have brought you to this place that you are learning to release with love and grace from this very enlightened place. And also, if there's something that you've put out there, an intention that you're looking for a sign or synchronicity on, this is your confirmation that it's coming. But they're not just gonna gift wrap it to you and hand it on a silver platter, because now that your third eye is awakened, it's gonna be like angelic breadcrumbs, and you've got to follow the trail and put it together yourself. It's an exercise in dexterity, just to help get you more comfortable, integrating that level of perception, that level of awareness into your day-to-day life. So be looking for signs and synchronicities, because the angels are delivering messages, especially Gabriel. If you're working with Gabriel and Gabriel's working in your life right now, these messages are going to come in a very abstract, very kind of supernatural way. These are going to be perceptions using your third eye. So the next message, this is absolutely beautiful, from the Archangel Metatron deck, is evolution, birthing the new. This is number 40. It carries the vibration of the number 4, which is all about a new, solid, stable foundation. So birthing the new, and what this is for pile number 2, for those of you that Archangel Gabriel is working with, you really, since your awakening, you are really finding yourself in this childlike state of wonder, of awe, of excitement, because you are perceiving the world in Technicolor. I'm hearing in Technicolor, like Joseph in the Technicolor Dreamcoat. You are perceiving the world in Technicolor, because now you can see these additional layers, these higher dimensions, in addition to what you were already awakened and aware of. So you're kind of in this new cycle that you're in spiritually. There's all this excitement, all this potential for growth, and you are evolving. You are evolving. And also here with this Venus and Mars energy, this is also learning how to grow and balance your own internal divine masculine and divine feminine polarities, your ability to be confident, your ability to be creative and expressive. And as you are seeing more and developing more, this is just a reminder to be patient and exercise that beautiful unconditional love with yourself, as you're going to kind of stumble as you go, but do so with that awe, with that sense of wonder, with this sense of the miraculous, because now, if you pick pile 2, you can literally see the divine, and it's absolutely beautiful. Wow. Again, we have a number 54, 5 and 4, carrying the vibration of the number 9. Here we go. 9 messages are going to be coming in, intuitive hits. Where from the higher realms and magic, the miraculous, lilac. So again, associated with the third eye and crown chakras up here. This is literally, like I just said, you're literally seeing the divine in the everyday, and that is literally what the energy of this awakening and enlightenment feels like. And can't help but notice the synchronicity of the colors here as well. So yeah, definitely a lot coming in from the higher realms for you. And yeah, there's that sense of wonder, that sense of awe, that sense of excitement, that sense of magic. So it's absolutely beautiful. Beautiful experience happening in your lives here, pile number 2. The next message we have, authentic self. Who are you? This is number 46. 4 and 6 add to 10. This is a cycle completion. In the cycle that's closing out for you, you have really learned a lot about yourself. And it's almost like I get that because you've done the work and really looked inward and invested in yourself, it's paid off in more of this spiritual awakening, third eye opening type of energy. So now that you can see the divine, you know, you're really being challenged to see it in yourself as well as others. And with the authentic self, you know, recognizing that as all of us are divine, we are seeking our divine truth, our divine self-expression. And if you're in pile number 2, you know, you are a person who has recently just very fervently, very faithfully affirmed who you are on a soul level. You just know who you are. You know where you fit. You have this different, calmer, more enlightened perspective. And I get very much that pile number 2, whoever you are, wherever you're at as an individual, you feel comfortable with who you are in your skin at this moment in time. So from the journey of, or the power of love, the message coming through from Archangel Gabriel is virtue. You acknowledge your loving spiritual attributes that encourage others to grow. Yeah, who are you? You're divine. This is who you are. You are a virtuous, loving, compassionate soul that is God conscious and is taking this energy and transforming the lives of others with it, that is kind of leading by example. So if you pick this pile, I would not be surprised if you identify yourself as a light worker. Pile number 2 here, working with Archangel Gabriel. And yeah, part of this divinity, part of this virtue is being an authentic expression of yourself. And with that, here we have humility. Humility. You have developed a loving awareness that you and everyone else are the same, but on different paths. Again, big time message here. That is the very essence of enlightenment. The very essence of enlightenment there. So it's recognizing that, you know, not everybody is going to be in step with where you're going, but that shouldn't assuage you away from being your most authentic self, because you are a divine expression. So, you know, this is owning yourself and your new connection with the divine, with both virtue and humility. Absolutely beautiful. Now your next message will be in the area of love, all right? So from the romance angels, we have true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. And I'm hearing, tell them, there's 3 different meanings to this. Some of you literally, whoever's on your mind love-wise, yeah. Why are you getting this confirmation? Well, You're enlightened. And I'm really getting it's one of those like spiritual breadcrumbs. Like specifically, if that is the positive news that you were looking for, true love, this is a romance of a lifetime. That's pretty much the angels coming through to tell you in the romantic realm, like, yeah, we've been giving you these signs. You already knew that. Like, I heard you already knew that. Like, why are you asking again? So it's really challenging you to, practice this sense of enlightenment that you have attained. And also, being honest with yourself and authentic with yourself. And so that's one. For the second group, true love, some of you are falling in love with yourself for the first time from this new awakened, aware, enlightened place. And before we can invite reciprocal romantic love into our lives, we have to have a very nurturing, very unconditional, very realistic relationship with ourselves, and practice and integrate unconditional loves into that very foundation of our lives. So scenario number 2, it reminds me of this song by Lizzo, Soulmate, and she's like, I'm my soulmate. So for some of you, yeah, like that's where your focus is right now, is exploring and owning your divinity with sovereignty. Now for number 3, if you're waiting for your ships to come in, you're waiting for some kind of news, whoever is coming in next is going to vibe with you in a way that other people haven't, because you know yourself better than you ever have before now. And you know love better than you ever have before now. So whoever is coming in for you, if you don't have anyone specific in mind, this next person is going to help you redefine what love is in your life, because you are going to experience enlightened love for the first time. Wow, these are some beautiful, absolutely powerful messages coming through for pile number 2, or the Archangel Gabriel. Now, the last message that I have for you is a divine door. Divine door here. And I think it's interesting because it's indigo like the third eye. Your message says the art of life. There's no sacred light in the aura of an invisible life. Be bold in your skin. Let love dance in sight. So again, authentic self. Authentic self, the art of life. This says, be bold in your skin. Let your love dance in sight. So absolutely beautiful, 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 beautiful. Those are my messages for you, pile 2, or the Archangel Gabriel pile. Thank you so very much for tuning into this reading. I hope that Gabriel came through to give you confirmation, clarity, healing, illumination, and blessings. As always, my dears, I am sending you so much healing, love, and light. Bye-bye. Hello, pile 3. If you picked pile 3, you picked the Archangel Raphael. Archangel Raphael. And this is the glyph, the angelic glyph for the Archangel Raphael. Archangel Raphael is a divine healer, and the chakra associated with the Archangel Raphael is our heart chakra. Archangel Raphael often appears to us as like a green light, a green orb, very, very powerful angel to call on for healing. excuse me, healing of the mind, the body, the heart, and the spirit. Very, very powerful with pile 3 or Archangel Raphael. All right. So let's see what messages Archangel Raphael is coming through with for you, pile 3. But before we do that, I just want to clear the energy by ringing this little angel bell. All right. The first message, oh, this is great. If you selected Archangel Raphael, we have ascension into light. As above, so below. This is Oracle card number 30 from the Blue Angel Oracle. 30 carrying the vibration of the number 3, which is alignment, collaboration, cooperation. And this is working with God. This is working with God and the angelic realm to really bring forth the highest hopes in your heart and soul, and have healing, light, and peace. This is also a leveling up spiritually. And I get that if you pick pile number 3, or again, the Archangel Raphael here, that you have been through a significant amount of heart-based trauma and upheaval in your life, and a lot of darkness, right? In order for us to be ascending to light, we have to come from a place of darkness. But I can't help but notice all this beautiful green here, all this healing that has taken place before we're ready to rise even further. So for those of you who picked pile number 3 or the Archangel Raphael, you may be emerging from some dark night of the soul energy of heavy shadow work, heavy processing and cleansing of things that are very deep and painful. But you feel lighter, you feel free, and you're ready to keep rising. So this is beautiful. This is like the sunrise after a long night. Wow. Oh my gosh, yes. So we have Luna Rasa. This is number 22. 22 being a divine number of balance. And this is very much emphasized with the number 22 being a master number. This is deepest heart healing. So yes. Yes. And this is like twofold heart healing, because this is both Archangel Raphael healing here with the green light frequency, but also pink light is Archangel Metatron. So if you picked pile number 3, not only have you been healing from hurts and traumas that you've experienced in this life, but you've also been wrapping up some deep past life things that have required the assistance of the Archangel Metatron, who is the keeper of the Akashic records, the keeper of the wisdom of our past lives. So this is really deep. And for some of you, this is even healing generational cycles or generational traumas. I'm hearing the word epigenetics. So a lot of you that I'm getting in pile number 3, if it hasn't been a generational cycle of abuse, you come from some type of marginalized background where there's been generations of trauma, of chaos, of abuse, and it has like literally created some change, you know. And this reminds me very much, I'm also being told to discuss the research about adverse childhood events and the health outcomes of people who have survived significantly high ACEs, as they are called. So if you pick pile number 3, you may look into adverse childhood events. That concept may resonate heavily with you. And ACEs, or adverse childhood events, some of them are very specific to the culture in your family, like if you have generational cycles of addiction or abuse, and others are institutional factors, like poverty, sexism, racism, things of that nature. But a lot of people that have been through a lot of darkness ascending into light after this deep, deep cathartic healing of very old wounds. Oh my gosh. Now we have another card of healing here with the Archangel Raphael. We have light ship earth. This carries a vibration of the number 4. So we have 22, 30, and 40. Personal and planetary healing. So again, what you are going through, pile 3, what you are going through is also kind of like a shared experience. I'm getting that pile number 3 is like the spiritual ascension class of like 2018, 2019. Chances are, if you pick pile number 3 in the Archangel Raphael, you've been on a course that has involved deep spiritual healing for quite some time now. At least a year. Yeah, I'm hearing at least a year. Again, I mean, this is very, very deep healing. These are the 2 frequencies that really, really penetrate and heal wounds in the heart chakra. But what is this higher purpose? A lot of you are feeling this mission sense. And, you know, we talk about healing, we talk about inner alchemy and transmuting these energies, but what's really significant to point out and to remember is that often those of us who have walked in the darkest shadows and the most despair, you have to be intimately acquainted with the darkness to be a steward of the light. And a lot of you are coming from a very dark place that you didn't think that you would ever get out of. And you've been putting in the work to do this deep, deep healing. And the angels have been working. Archangel Raphael has been working with each of you all along the way, as has Archangel Metatron. And why? Because you have this grander purpose as an earth angel. You are here in an awakened and connected state to transform. You know, each of us is a member of the collective here on planet Earth. And as each of us heals and raises our vibration, we are collectively raising together. So some of you definitely have this mission sense that now that you've been awakened, you transmuted a lot of these energies and you're really embracing the light. You're coming out of that dark place. You're doing it with a sense of purpose. Again, you may identify as a light worker or one of the 144,000. And so that's really a motivation for this. And this is also a reminder that if you're kind of feeling alone in this experience, alone in your pain, that you are one of a team. And maybe reaching out to other healers, to other awakened folks, to other folks that are working and connecting with the angelic realms at this time, that could bring you a sense of belonging, unity, and community. So from the Archangel Metatron deck, we have red. This is number 55, master number of weathering an obstacle or a challenge here. Safety, strength, and power. So I can't help but notice, you know, that this healing is really deep in the heart, as well as the root or base chakra, and that is probably where you are feeling feeling the most presence of Archangel Raphael at this time. So this is also really reminding you, especially if you are identifying as one of the 144,000 or a light worker, that part of this healing process is, being a connection to the angelic realm, being a connection with God. But it's also a reminder that we still need to be grounded in our day-to-day reality. We still need to be integrating the divine into our present and making sure that we have a stable foundation, come what may. Not just emotionally, but also in the environment around us. And we talk about, especially in light work, about grounding things in, about bringing things down from the divine and bringing them into our day-to-day reality. And so that's something that Pile 3 or Archangel Raphael, you're really working on at this time. Oh my gosh. And then we have healing. This is number 43, carrying the vibration of the number 7, patience, planning, persistence, effort, and boundaries. So again, I can't help but notice here's this hand coming up with this deep healing and pause to receive. That a lot of you, again, if you've been going through some dark night of the soul energy, this really deep purging and healing, I'm getting that like you have definitely had space and boundaries to make the most of this healing because you're really taking it seriously, especially if you are mission oriented and working with the angelic realm here. So this is allowing yourself to stay grounded and to ground in this healing, but also knowing with this hand here, who and what is going to impact your energy and how that's going to play out for you. Now that you've gone through some of this healing, you are learning how to reconstruct boundaries in your life and with yourself here. But also, you're getting a lot of different light frequencies coming in, a lot of angelic healing, and it's happening to your whole body, not just your heart. Your heart is the first thing, and I just hear like absolutely cracked open. Like your heart was just absolutely cracked open. But that heart healing has come, that cycle has come to a close. So here you are, and you're getting a lot of energy, a lot of healing, a lot of access, a lot of upgrades all over your entire body. But this is reminding you that your body, your energy are sacred, protect, and have good boundaries. Wow. And then we have heart healing. Again, this carrying the vibration of the number 3. It's 39, 9 and 3, adding to 12, 1 and 2, adding to 3 again. This is, if you pick pile number 3, you are just allowing Archangel Raphael to work with you. You are just in a place of acceptance and allowance. Hate to use the word, but almost zen. You're just really allowing this stuff to happen. And, some of you with this green coming in, a lot of healers tend to emit the green light frequency or work with green. This is the mark of a healer, and also the mark of those who are walking with Archangel Raphael, right? So again, if you're seeing this green in terms of light phenomena, this is a sign that Raphael is making his appearance known in your life. Also, you may be working or find it advantageous to work with green gems, crystals, stones. That could be an empowerment color for you at this period in time. So let's see what power of love messages are coming through for you from Archangel Raphael. Oh, wow. Beautiful. Again, green heart chakra energy. We have peacefulness. Peacefulness. You recognize that balance, kindness, and love bring calmness to your soul. Mm-hmm. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And you have been in a place of exercising healthy boundaries so that Raphael and the other angels and God can come in and do this healing and cleansing for you to help restore you to that place of inner peace. Balance, kindness, and love bring calmness. So yes, like pile number 3, you have found your peace and you are protecting your peace. Friendliness. You are able to recognize traits in common with another in order to forge love-based connections. So again, I get a lot of light workers, a lot of healers here in pile 3, recognizing your own struggles and these past experiences that you've had in other people. I get a lot of mentors in pile 3 here, a lot of mentors, teachers, guides, healers. These are people who have dealt with their own shadows in order to be able to guide others back to the light. And so this is really vibrating this friendliness energy of recognize traits in common with another in order to forge love-based connections. This is really integrating and living in the truth of the unconditional love coming in that has healed your heart from the Archangel Raphael, and also the unconditional love and infinite wisdom from the Archangel Metatron here. So pink and green, very, very heavy upgrades to the heart chakra. Now the next message will be about love and relationships for you, pile 3. So your romance angel message says, let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. So it's really interesting, this juxtaposition in your energies, pile 3. On the one hand, you are so in touch with the divine that you're like, all right, I surrender. I'm on this journey. I'm healing. I'm just going to let it happen. But then when it comes to your romantic life, you're like, come on now, let's go. Anytime now. And so again, this is a reminder to protect your peace, recognize calmness, soothes your soul. Recognize traits that you have in common with others to forge love-based connections. It's recognizing the divinity, yet also the frailty and humanity in others. All right. But this is just allowing the divine to work with you and through you, and trusting, just as you've been trusting in your healing process, that you are going to be carried through and delivered to what is meant for you. There's an element of radical acceptance and surrender, and you've been doing so well at doing that for healing. Allow your angels, allow the Archangel Raphael to take over. Allow the Archangel Raphael to take over this situation in the romantic sphere of your life, and surrender and trust to the healing and wisdom of the angels in this aspect of life as well. And the final message that I have for you, pile 3, or the Archangel Raphael, is a divine door. This is what door is being presented to you, working with Archangel Raphael. Hummingbird song, nectar of sweetness and joy it brings. The hummingbird's healing as medicine sings. Healing. So again, another message here of healing coming in for you if you picked number 3 or the Archangel Raphael. So a big message if you pick this pile 3 or the Archangel Raphael. Healing takes patience and time. And there are ways in which you have surrendered to this and are allowing the divine to work with you and through you. But there are other ways in which you should explore ways that you are resisting rather than surrendering and allowing the divine to run its course. All right, pile 3. So I hope that those messages resonated with you, brought you peace, healing, light, love, and clarity. And as always, my darlings, I am sending you so much healing, love, and light. Bye-bye. Hello, pile 4. If you selected pile number 4 or the Archangel Michael, this is the angelic glyph for the Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael is the angel that governs the 5th or throat chakra, which is our divine truth. And Archangel Michael is often depicted with the sword and scales, being the sword of truth, of clarity, of enlightenment, and balance here, representing divine justice. So, communication is huge for you if you selected pile number 4 or the Archangel Michael. So, let's get into your messages. But before we do that, I'd like to use my little angel bell here and just clear the energy for us. All right. The first message, oh, absolutely beautiful. I have Oracle card number 24, the Eternal Star Guidance. 24 carries the vibration of the number 6. 2 and 4 add to 6. This is about balance and harmony in your life and relationships, reciprocity and flow. And so again, a lot of emphasis here on the throat chakra of guidance toward your truth, toward discovering what your truth is and how to empower you to speak it authentically. Oh my gosh. And then we have the Archangel Michael here, number 1, eternal love and protection. So, you know, if you picked pile number 4, there's some kind of obstacle to you expressing yourself and speaking up to speaking your truth. And Archangel Michael is a warrior angel, is the protector, right? So this is a reminder that if you are in touch with your truth and you express it from a place of alignment, of connection with the divine, of clarity, that you are also protected in speaking this truth because it is divine truth, because you are divinely guided. And so whatever fears or apprehensions you have about expressing yourself authentically, about expressing your divine truth, Archangel Michael is coming in with protection and with guidance. And I'm getting a lot in my throat chakra right now. So yes, if you selected pile number 4, there are blockages. Excuse me. Let's wait for just a second. Yeah, so I'm a very intuitive empath, and I'm getting like a lot of blockages in the throat chakra, even, trying to talk about this pile. So yes, Michael is working with you to help you remove these obstacles. That sword of clarity and truth here coming in. And one of the things that's really interesting and really powerful is I've noticed in my energy work, in remotely accessing the chakra system of clients and working with Reiki, that oftentimes when someone's throat chakra has a blockage or is under integrated and out of alignment, this wound goes down to the solar plexus chakra. There is something that has you feeling afraid or insecure or not confident to stand in your truth. And that's why Michael has come in to work with you. Michael is very decisive energy. Michael is very protective, very facilitative. But Michael also, with this sword here, is like, let's just cut through to the truth of the matter. What is the truth underneath it all? So a lot of truth seeking here if you selected pile number 4, but also that this is a reminder that Michael has come through to help you work with this blockage to your divine self-expression, to you speaking up and claiming and owning your divine truth. I just love it when these cards come together like this. So the next message that we have is number 13. 13 carrying the vibration of the number 4, 1 and 3 adding to 4. This is stability, comfort, security, foundation, forever in my light, safe and sound. Safe and sound, forever in my light, love and protection, eternal star guidance. So tons of blue and yellow here. Michael is coming to help you clear those blockages to the throat chakra. And for a lot of you, this comes down to insecurity and self-confidence. So this is also going to affect your solar plexus. So I'm getting digestive problems, like upset stomach, indigestion, acid reflux. There's also an energetic blockage to the solar plexus chakra for many of you that selected this pile with Michael. But this is the reminder that Michael is coming and Michael is working with you. And Michael is not one to abandon a cause. Michael is a steadfast warrior. All right. So you have the protection of God. Michael is the protection of God. You have the protection of God in your life if you've selected this pile. And you're being reminded that you're connected with the divine, you're connected with God, you're connected with the eternal. And that Michael specifically has come through to work with you. That Michael is there to lend you strength and reminding you that you are forever held. Because you are awake and you've called in for divine help, support, and protection if you selected pile number 4 and the Archangel Michael. So this is how God has answered your prayers. This is how God has come into your life and is working through you with the Archangel Michael. So this is absolutely beautiful. There's a lot of reassurance, a lot of safety, a lot of support here coming through for you through Michael in pile 4. So let's see what messages are coming through from the Metatron deck. Wow, we have number 50. This carries the vibration of the number 5. 5s are about difficult periods that we may call a nadir, a low point, dark night of the soul, challenges, obstacles in our path, and these can complicate things, and we can lose faith, we can despair. Especially if you are finding bird feathers, Archangel Michael wants to come through and let you know that you are protected, that you are held in this experience, that you are surrounded with angelic support and signs and synchronicities to confirm for you that you are on the right path and that you do have this protection, that you are forever in the light of God and the protection of Archangel Michael, safe and sound. And there are signs coming through, a lot of bird signs coming through for pile number 4. And it's really interesting too, what I'm being told to tell you is to be very cognizant if you're getting bird signs of what type of bird it is. What does it look like? What about its song is unique? What about its behavior is unique? Because the birds are the ways in which Archangel Michael is trying to come through and communicate with you. So absolutely beautiful. Be very attentive to the medicine that each bird has. And you may, and I encourage you, I'm being told to tell you, encourage you to look up what the spiritual significance is, if you're coming across specific types of bird feathers or types of birds, or hearing these birds, seeing these birds frequently, especially because right now is a time where you're looking for that guidance and protection. You're in the energy of the number 5. This is a challenge. So you're really reaching out there and you're really trying to connect with the divine. And Michael wants you to know that this is how you are being contacted. Wow. Next, we have number 16, 1 and 6 adding to 7. This is about patience, persistence, planning, strength, boundaries, strategy. And here we have gold, the cup of replenishment. So again, I go back to a lot of this blue and gold energy. And this reminds me very much of the Holy Grail, right? The Holy Grail was that cup of divine replenishment. It was like holy manna, right? In the Arthurian legend, and it could heal the king and heal the land. There is this giant divine cup of illumination, of protection, and of reaffirming energy, infinite love coming in from God, from the divine, from the angelic realm, to really help you refill your cup and reestablish your divinity and your confidence, so that you have a firm, solid solar plexus to support a strong, open, and divinely guided throat chakra. So cup of replenishment coming in here. Coming in here as one of the tools to come with these signs during this low period. But you are forever in the light of the Archangel Michael. You're safe and sound. You have eternal love and protection and eternal guidance. And the last message from the Archangel Metatron deck is, oh my gosh, we have Warrior of Light, number 30. 30 carrying the vibration of the number 3, which is alignment, which is co-creation, collaboration, cooperation, celebration. And this says silver, Warrior of Light. And again, there's Michael's sword. Again, Michael's sword. So literally, you're being asked to have faith and have trust that however Michael is coming in and cutting things out of your life and clarifying things for you, that Michael is this warrior that has come to protect you, work with you, and stand by your side as you are seeking ultimate enlightenment, as you are seeking ultimate discernment, as you are seeking ultimate truth, and learning how to wield your truth from a place of compassion and unconditional love. Learning how to wield your truth in a way that guides you with a sense of purpose in your day-to-day life. This is really powerful. And this also reminds me, you know, you're talking about the Arthurian legend with the Grail. And this reminds me of the Arthurian legend with the Lady of the Lake offering Excalibur. So I don't know why, because this is an angelic transmission, but for some reason Arthurian legend came into this. It may resonate with a few of you. But the point here is, these are two of the tools. This is intellectual discernment and intellectual acuity. The cup here represents emotional emotional intellect and emotional maturity. So here we're balancing things. If you pick pile 4, you're in a place where you feel a little shaky on your feet, and you've called Michael in to protect you so that your back is covered in case you trip or fall. But you're definitely being divinely guided here. And so the message, the real take home from this is to continue seeking that truth and to continue looking for these signs and synchronicities that are pointing you in the direction of truth, clarity, discernment, and enlightenment, as well as replenishment, rejuvenation, rest, and healing. So these are absolutely beautiful energies coming through for those of you working with the Archangel Michael. Now let's see. From the Power of Love Oracle, we have integrity. And I can't help but notice all these throat chakra blues coming in here again. And integrity with the sword of truth here, the sword of the Archangel Michael. You demonstrate truth and honesty of your soul and manifest love with your every action. And I just absolutely love this because, you know, Michael is definitely the angel of integrity, right? With this sword of truth and the scales to balance. So, you know, ethics, integrity, honesty, very, very significant themes in your life right now. Pile number 4. And really also trying to follow these signs to this clarity and truth so that you are living integrity, you know, not just practicing concepts of integrity. It's living this truth with integrity. So I'm going to read that one more time. You demonstrate the truth and honesty of your soul, your divine self-expression, and manifest love with your every action. Integrity. And next we have individuality. I love this. You leave your unique stamp of love on everything you do. Individuality. That discernment. Having that solid core sense of self here. And look at, again, here's the yellows and the ambers with the blue here. So this, again, going back to healing of the confidence, healing of the self-esteem, healing of the way that you express yourself and the way that you view yourself. This is literally a double-edged sword. So very, very powerful messages coming through for you here in the Archangel Michael pile. So the next card is going to be related to the area of love and romance. So here is a romance angel for you. We have engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. And I can't help but notice like ascension being a theme in this pile here. Your love life is ascending. Why is it ascending? Because you individually are ascending and getting in touch with what makes you deeply happy. What is fulfilling? Okay, what brings you contentment as an individual here? How are you able to fill your own cup so that you can then exchange cups with another? You're looking for the clarity. Looking for the clarity to get to that spot. And also, the more that you get in touch with your individuality and your sense of who you truly are, the easier it's going to be to get into alignment with someone who is a good vibrational match for you. And you are on this journey where you're trying to be coming from a place of integrity as well as expressing yourself truthfully and authentically. And, you know, this transformation is bringing in a whole new level of love and intimacy and connection for you in your life, because now that you're able to stand in your truth, you can begin speaking and integrating your truth freely in your interpersonal relationships and seeing where that takes you, which is a deeper place. It's going to be a significantly deeper place than love has ever taken you before. So this is beautiful. It's ascending to a more heavenly, to a more divinely guided place. All right. So beautiful love message. And last but not least, which divine door is the Archangel Michael taking you through? And this door is the door that requires patience. Everything soon will come to light, and then you will see things will be all right. Coming to light. The truth. Coming to light. Be patient. Be patient. Because this is a process, okay, right? It doesn't happen overnight. So while all of these significant transformations are happening within you, Archangel Michael is coming through to let you know to stop and smell the roses and to enjoy the journey, because it's a journey, not a destination. And Michael is there with truth, protection, honesty, discernment, and God's protection to carry you along this journey and work the miraculous through you to transform your heart, your mind, your body, your soul, and the life that is an expression of all of those aspects of you. All right. So I hope that those messages resonated with you, pile number 4 or the Archangel Michael. And as always, my dears, I am sending you so much healing, love, and light. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 5, and thank you for joining me. If you selected pile number 5, you selected the Archangel Metatron. And to represent the Archangel Metatron, I do have the Merkaba tetrahedron. All right. Archangel Metatron is a very special angel. Archangel Metatron was incarnate as a human being and ascended through living a godly and upright path into the angelic realm. So Archangel Metatron is a guide and an inspiration for all of us that are trying to work on integrating our universal or God consciousness. And so Archangel Metatron is also the voice of God and the gatekeeper to the Akashic records, and is assistive in astral travel. And so this Merkaba tetrahedron represents the unity and balance and integration of our individual divine masculine and feminine, and our ability to move fluidly between sitting in divine masculine or divine feminine power for our own spiritual growth and ascension. All right. So pile number 5, Archangel Metatron. And before we get into the messages, I just wanted to take a moment with my little angel bell and clear the energy. All right, let's see what messages. Wow. So the first message we have is Maitreya, Wisdom of the Ages. This is Oracle message number 26, 2 and 6, adding to number 8. This is from the Blue Angel Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno. And what I think is really interesting about this is Maitreya, Wisdom of the Ages. Archangel Metatron is literally the keeper of the Akashic records. So if you connected with pile number 5 here, or Archangel Metatron, you are undoubtedly of a pretty high soul vibration, all right? You're awake, you're aware. You have universal or God consciousness. You are in touch with the higher realms. You are in touch with the angelic realm. You work with ascended masters, all right? And whether you recognize it or not, you have been astral projecting or astral traveling in your dream or sleep state. This to me is enlightenment coming through when we are in an altered state here. So Metatron, this is an invitation that if this is if these are new spiritual gifts, if this is new spiritual development, this is an invitation for you to take things to an even deeper level, to go deeper, to work with Archangel Metatron as a guide, to recover knowledge, about the past, the present, and how it shapes the potential for future outcomes. Archangel Metatron is very, very powerful to work with as a guide and an ascended master. As an Akashic librarian, I work with Archangel Metatron every day. Archangel Metatron is one of the 3 ascended masters that I work with. But this is really just this invitation, like your soul, you are awake and aware enough that you can now connect with the Akashic force. You can connect with your own Akashic records. Now, I think it takes a lot of discipline, a lot of training to develop a good Akashic records modality. In terms of getting into the records for other people, that's something that takes a lot of practice, dedication, and discipline to do fluidly. But what I'm getting is you can get so much that is illuminating, that is going to contribute to your evolution and your growth as a divine soul by accessing information about your own past lives. Because essentially, what do Akashic librarians do? We read people's karma. We go into these records and open ourselves up. And the intention is to identify, the karmic pattern at play, the karmic blockage, the karmic obstacle, and help illuminate the ways in which people can help resolve their karmic patterns and ascend and come back, come back into divine alignment, into soul authenticity. So this is definitely an invitation. If with the energy of 26 adding to 8, if you're willing to put the work in, if you're willing to be a student, Archangel Metatron is here to teach you the Akashic Records 101. So this is an absolutely beautiful invitation coming in for you here. Pile number 5, or Archangel Metatron. Oh my gosh. And then we have love and prayer, multi-dimensional healing. Again, Metatron is literally the gatekeeper to multi-dimensionality. And this healing, multidimensional, we're talking about the Akashic Records, the Akashic Force, the wisdom of the ages, the past, present, and future. And multidimensional healing. So this is recognizing that in order to heal in the present, in order to heal in the future, there has to be this access. You have to go back, to the point where the karmic pattern or the blockage or the behavior or the etheric implant, where it came from, so that you can consciously, with your own intentions, resolve those karmic patterns or karmic blockages. And this doesn't just heal you in the 3rd dimension. This heals you in the higher dimensions, in the 5th dimension and higher. These new things that are being manifested by a glimpse into the past are literally you're rewriting, you're co-creating the course of your soul's story with the divine. So very, very powerful portal opening here for those of you that selected Archangel Metatron. And, you know, this is healing mind, body, spirit, right? This is also healing past, present, future. This is also healing third dimension, fourth dimension, fifth dimension, maybe higher. So, you know, this is universal cosmic healing that you are being invited to participate in, to get back in touch with your soul as it was created. And this invitation, you know, that's being extended by Metatron is for you to access the Akashic records to be able to empower yourself, all right, to kind of resolve whatever has been holding you back, and really step further into your divinity by allowing yourself to heal. As you are multidimensional, as God and the angelic realm are multidimensional, so are you, and so must your healing process be. So this is a time of deep transformative healing for those of you that picked pile 5 or the Archangel Metatron. Oh my gosh. Gateway 111, Evolution. This is number 38. 8 and 3 add to 11. A number of alignment, divine guidance, and union, coming into union with these multiple, multi-dimensional aspects of yourself, you know, and having this opportunity. This is like that portal. That's the portal to the Akashic records that Metatron is literally opening up for you at this time. This is a huge opportunity. You have leveled up as a soul. You are a high vibrational soul who has put the work in. And if you're willing to continue, you know, putting that work in, this is being offered to you to continue growing, healing, and ascending. So absolutely beautiful. And this definitely is a portal to the higher realms. Specifically, I feel very strongly with this pile of the Akashic records. So let's see what messages came from the Archangel Metatron Self-Mastery Oracle. Wow. We have number 20 carrying the vibration of the number 2, balance. Again, cosmos. It mirrors you. So we have this giant portal and we have some mirroring on. And, you know, with the cosmos and multi-dimensional as well, you know, what's really interesting when you start getting into your own past lives, into your own Akashic legacy here, is the parallels that are running in your present life to the past life where the karmic patterns came from. And, you know, following this invitation from Archangel Metatron and really getting in touch, it's absolutely illuminating. And the ripple effect that happens, when we transform even one karmic pattern or one aspect of our 3-dimensional reality, the energetic effect that it has on 1, our individual lives, on 2, our life path, on 3, our Akashic legacy, and on 4, the collective, right? So it's just a reminder that here is this invitation where you can go deeper, where you can leave the shallows and really get into that deepest healing. This is an invitation to go even deeper into God consciousness. So it's a very beautiful message. And again, crown and third eye chakra is heavily emphasized here. Also, can't help but notice, and should have mentioned earlier, See all this pink, especially pink light code coming through here. Archangel Metatron appears as pink light. So if you're seeing flashes of pink light or having synesthesia with a lot of pink in it, this is Archangel Metatron manifesting their presence to you. Wow. We have passion, love for life. Number 25, 2 and 5, adding to 7. This is about having patience. This is about putting the work in and ultimately manifesting by doing this multidimensional healing, manifesting soul alignment and manifesting this reinvigorated love for life, this reacquaintance with who you are on a soul level, and being heart and soul conscious. Again, many of us have been in previous incarnations, and one thing or another, some type of karmic pattern or karmic blockage gets us further and further away from that truth. And not living in that truth is the part of our existence that is so very painful. So this is beautiful. This is a very deep, very serious invitation here with pile number 5 coming in from Archangel Metatron for you to truly embrace this transformative legacy that can be accessed via your own Akashic records and through the Akashic records of the collective and of our galaxy. Wow, next we have fire, the dragon strength. This carries the vibration of the number 10. It's number 19, 1 and 9, adding to 10, also reducing to 1. So, again here, I can't help but notice transformation with the fire. We also have the fire here too. But when I think of fire, I really, really think of our soul, the energy of our soul being a light, right? So there is a lot of fire, of inspiration, of passion, of love, of soul force that we can truly access by accepting this invitation from Archangel Metatron and exploring our own Akashic records, our own Akashic legacy, to kind of put things in perspective and get in a truer and more solid alignment and expression of who we are as souls. All right. So the next messages are from the Power of Love Activations Oracle. Wow, cause and effect. And for Archangel Metatron, this doesn't really surprise me. You know, again, I work with Metatron very closely. Cause and effect. You are aware that the love you create in your thoughts is an agent of change in the foundation of your results. This cause and effect is a very Akashic principle. So again, some of you may be coming into, you know, the practice of being in that student phase to work on your skills in the Akashic library. But again, little things, intentions, thoughts, decisions, behaviors that we engage in, they create ripples in the universe. And this is a reminder that even setting forth the smallest positive intention creates a ripple effect in the universe, in the Akashic force. And so, you know, a lot of you that are working with Archangel Metatron right now are recognizing the way that these energies work, really getting in touch with the way that they work. When you get into reading karma in the Akashic records, you're very much looking at the cause-effect relationships of these events and circumstances in people's individual past lives here. So I'm getting a lot of you are just, there are going to be so many things that come together about your own life, your own patterns, your own personal experiences that are going to be pivotal in reclaiming your soul and your authenticity by exploring this relationship between cause and effect and the Akashic force, the Akashic records. The next message is unity. I love this. You understand that the love shared with another is amplified and has a ripple effect, cause and effect, across the universe. So a very specific message I'm getting here. A lot of folks find themselves in these difficult relationships that have a lot of heavy karmic contracts. These can be romantic relationships, they can be friendships, they can be interpersonal, intimate relationships, coworker, colleague, whatever. But what's really, really interesting is taking stock of when our perspective is shifted, when we're looking at things from a more ascended, awakened, aware place. How can we look at these obstacles, these challenges, these people who signed up on a soul level to teach us something very difficult about life or ourselves? How does it create this ripple effect when we're able to shift our perception and view these people from a place of love and gratitude? It creates this ripple effect across the universe. And it's a way in which we are actively, through our intentions, resolving these karmic patterns for ourselves, and also liberating and freeing the others that made these karmic contracts with us to be able to be free and to learn, grow, evolve, and express themselves more authentically. So these are very big picture, but still very beautiful messages coming through from Archangel Metatron. Now, I'd like to get into an angelic message from Metatron on love and romance. So the romance angels card I have for you is healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. This is just, I didn't specify parents, but like these family contracts in particular. A lot of folks that I work with many different healing modalities, one of the biggest obstacles that we have in our interpersonal relationships stem from either the type of parental attachment that we had or the way that we responded to it. Okay. And so, when we have been on the receiving end of something very painful, and this is a good discussion of karmic situations. When we've been on the receiving end of something very painful and we're not awakened, enlightened, discerning, and aware, we see ourselves as a victim of it. Something external happened to us. And yes, these things do happen to us. But the way that we feel about them, we have to take responsibility for. And if you live your whole life seeing it as these are things that were done to you, you can think yourself into a corner and limit or restrict yourself into a victim mentality where you see yourself as the object of things in life, rather than empowering yourself and setting your own agency. So one of the powerful things about healing family issues, and this is something I can say from experience, is that when you look back on these situations and you recognize that people are operating from places of fear, lack, or insecurity, we can be capable of doing very painful, hurtful, and ugly things to one another, but they're not authentic, genuine, divine self-expression, okay? They're coming from a wounded place, a fear-based place. when we can look back at these situations from a place of awareness, obviously very highly advanced souls here working with Archangel Metatron, our perception shift is so much more powerful, especially when it comes to any trauma that we've experienced in our formative years. And it really allows us to see the cause effect with this big picture thinking of Archangel Metatron, and be able to create energetic unity from things that used to be painful. So forgiveness is challenging you to live in the frequency of unconditional love. And it has very powerful ability to transmute energies into something light. Okay? So a lot of deep healing, a lot of personal transformation here with the Archangel Metatron pile. But it's also letting you know that whatever work you do, healing yourself and healing family issues is going to come back to you in the form of more awakened, more unconditionally loving, healthier, and satisfying interpersonal and romantic relationships. So the very last element I have for this reading is a doorway that is being provided to you by the Archangel Metatron. And your doorway is destiny. One door closes, another door opens for you. Let the plans of destiny unravel true. So again, portal energy here. The portal energy coming through. One door opening, one door closing. You know, here's this earthy door. And here's this heavenly door. This heavenly door is opening up for you right now. And your invitation is to follow Archangel Metatron through so that you can greet your destiny. So I hope that those messages resonate with you, my dears. And as always, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you'd like updates. All of the information to connect with me on all of my platforms, email, or schedule a private reading are included in the description box below, as well as all of the timestamps. And as always, my dears, I am sending you so much healing, love, and light. Bye-bye.